Dear Glocal organizers, please be welcome to this informative session, and please, with this, be welcome to the Glocal Evaluation Week team. My name is Claudio Lavarria, and as part of the Global Evaluation Initiative team, I coordinate the Glocal Evaluation Week. First of all, congratulations on the approval of your event to be part of this Glocal Evaluation Week. And thank to each one of you for the commitment that you show with this to be part of this movement to strengthen monitoring and evaluation practice and the use of evidence for a better future. Please just give me 1 second to fix this. Okay, so what are we doing today? We want to welcome each one of you to our team, as I just said, and share the information you need to know in advance to host a successful Glocal Evaluation Week event. I am going to share with you today a brief presentation to introduce what the week is. I know many of you know it already. And my colleagues and I are going to share with you tips and tools to have a successful event. And we're going to finalize with a space for questions. So please use the Q&A section of the Zoom in case you have any burning questions that arise during this presentation. So Megan, if you can help me sharing the presentation, we start with this. Okay, there we go. So with this presentation, we aim to let you know what Glocal is about, what's our story, what the team is, and how things are, what important things you need to know to be part of this endeavor. The next one, Megan, please. So welcome, everyone. Please be aware that this meeting, as I told you, aims to welcome you and to provide you with the necessary information and support to be a successful Glocal Week event organizer. So what we're going to do is discuss a little bit about GEI and Glocal, tell you what it means to be a Glocal organizer, and share some things it's important that you know about the Glocal platform, the communications, the coordinations, the after Glocal proceedings, which are very important for us, and to clarify any doubts you have from here. The next one, Megan, please. Okay, so to start, we will know a little bit more about the GEI, the week, and the team that works in this. The next one, Megan. So to introduce the GEI, just 1 second, please. Okay, so super important that you know that the GEI, the Global Evaluation Initiative, is a global network of organizations and experts that work with developing country governments to strengthen their monitoring and evaluation systems, and overall to strengthen the use of evidence at this level. And it's very important that, as this year Glocal theme states, we are working for evaluation to nurture a better future for all. The next one, please, Megan. So, how does the Global Evaluation Week works? It's very important. I know you are all aware of this, but here it goes anyways. It's a knowledge sharing event which connects the global M&E community by supporting hundreds of events that are happening across regions and countries. These events are hosted by Glocal organizers, who are each one of you this time. So you are the ones that bring together the panelists and the participants from around the world to share experiences, learnings, and with this strengthen the M&E field. We put the platform, we put the energy, we hope we put the energy and the coordination, but the ones that really make Glocal Evaluation Week happen is each one of you as organizers. So thank you very much for that. The next one, please. Okay, and the GEI and the Glocal Evaluation Week would not be possible without the hard work of our core implementing partners, which are the 6 CLEAR centers that are located in different regions in America and Africa and Asia. It is very important that you're aware of this because the focal points that you will be you have been working with closely are focal points from each one of the CLEAR centers. They're working in different languages and in different regions, and they are the ones that are closer to providing pertinent support for each one of the events. The next one, Megan. So regarding this is our team. You can see, I know it's small, but we have 5 people because our dear Megan is not uh, on this slide, but we have 5 people that are working at the global level, led by Patrizia Coca. We have Rossetti, that you're going to meet her, that's in charge of our communications. Luca, that supports us with design and the work of the platform. There's me, farther south, as you see, that I coordinate the initiative, and Megan, that's also providing support in terms of coordination. The ones that you see in pink are the stars here, the focal points, as I just told you. I know some of them are here today, so please, Megan, if we can help them open the mic to say hello. I just let you know that in Latin America and the Caribbean, we have Paula Mancilla. She's part of the team of the Clear LAC. In Brazil and Lusophone Africa, we have Fabrícia Peixoto. She's the one that coordinates from Brazil. We have Dudu Ndiaye in Senegal. He's part of the Clear Francophone Africa and is helping and supporting French Francophone initiatives. We have Talita Klaka, and Talita is located in South Africa as part of the Clear AA center. She's the one that supports all the events happening in Anglophone Africa. We have Shawar also in Clear PCA, Pakistan and Central Asia, that she's supporting all the initiatives there. And Sruti in Clear South Asia, who's supporting that part of the world. So I know some of you are there. Megan, if we can just open the mic so they can say hello, please.
Yes, I can see Dudu, our focal point from Clear FA. Dudu, if you could come in, I'll open the mic for you to introduce yourself. And any other focal points, if you could raise your hand, so I can. There's Shawa. So Claudia, we have Dudu and Shawa.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, Shawa, loud and clear. Please introduce yourself.
This is Shaiwar Asif. I'm the focal person for Clear PCA. I'm hoping to have a good local week this year.
Thank you, Shawa. Thank you for all the hard work, and thanks for being here. Dudu, do you want to say hello? Dudu? Well, I don't think Dudu is available now. If you're available, just open your mic and say hello, Dudu. Meanwhile, we move forward with the next slide, Megan, please. Okay, so the Glocal Evaluation Week 2025 is a special moment. It's a special year. The context is quite challenging, and the Glocal Evaluation Week wants to be in a space to allow conversations that need to happen and help us strengthen M&E systems and evidence use. So this year, the week will be about evaluation for a better future. And we will be addressing environmental sustainability, inclusion, and peace. The week will happen between June 2 and 6. The next one, Megan, please. Okay, so this is not the first Glocal Week, as you know. We have been working for 7 years already. There you can see the different themes that we have worked during these years. Each year we have more and more events, and we like to think that this is because people are interested in being part of this movement, joining these conversations, and that we are facilitating relevant and timely conversations happening during the week. The next one, Megan, please. But this year, the conversation will go around 4 sub-themes. The first one is climate action and just transition. We think it's super important that we address this. We keep working as every year in gender equality and social justice issues. We want to facilitate conversations regarding this, and it's very important for thinking about a better future. This year, we introduced a theme of sustaining peace. We think it's very important that from the evaluation field, we can address this theme, and the one of sustainability, efficiency, and growth. So that's another invitation to discuss about our work from the perspective of national M&E systems and any other evaluation practices or initiatives that can address and share learnings about this issue. In the QR code, you can access the concept note. I know you all know this concept note very well, but just in case you want to check it, there's the QR code. The next one, Megan, please. Okay, so this is the last part of the presentation, just so you're aware of these important dates. The Glocal Evaluation Week will take place from June 2nd to June 6th. Along those days, all of your events will be hosted. You are aware of that date and time. Please be aware of the time zones. So some events are happening in all the events are happening in different time zones. So it's very important that you keep that when you look at the big picture of all the events happening. The week will be kicked off a week before with the Glocal Lounge event that will happen on May 27th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. After this, we will be hosting regional events to make sure the conversation from the Glocal Lounge can be deepened and broadened with regional perspectives from Asia, from Africa, and from America. So you are very welcome to be part of this Glocal Lounge, to kick off the conversation, to set the tone, and to start our knowledge sharing festival, as we like to call it. This third point is something very important that we will go over again. The Glocal Evaluation Week has nearly 400 events happening during 1 week. This means that the global M&E community has many chances to join so many events. So it's very important that we have a proceeding that allows us to share your events and the learnings that were shared there afterwards, post-Glocal. For this, we really rely on you uploading a proceeding timely. The proceeding will go more in detail on this, but has the video recording and the main components of the discussion. It's a very simple tool for you to add, but it's very strategic that you do it so we can store and share the learnings from your event after it happens. And the date to do this is hopefully right after you finish your event. You go to the platform and upload this data, but you will have until June 10th to upload it. So please, please, please do not forget about this, because your proceeding is a treasure for the work we do and for the Global M&E community to be able to see your work afterwards. Please, Megan, I think this was the last slide. The next one is just an image to take you back to the platform. And with this, I want to share a few important things. So first, as part of the Glocal Evaluation Week, every event must align with the Glocal frame and must be articulated with other events happening during the week. In practical terms, this means that by having an event that's being hosted during the Glocal Evaluation Week, you need to ensure consistency, and we need to ensure ownership of this Glocal movement, as I told you. So first, very important, you are responsible for your event planning, for your event coordination, for your event dissemination, delivery, and report. And please let me highlight this report component. And we are here, all the team that you just saw there, to support you on this endeavor. Second, super important, the Glocal platform is the space where we all work together. This is the space where we as focal points meet you as an organizer and where we all together meet our audience. So we use the Glocal platform for dissemination pre-Glocal. We use it for dissemination post-Glocal. We use it for registration, for communicating with participants, among many others. And my colleague Luca is going to share a bit more about its functioning in a second. Third, very important, your dissemination, the dissemination of your event needs to be consistent with Glocal branding and use the Glocal platform link as I just told you. So it's very important that you are aware of where the materials that are available are. We're also going to share some tips with you of what works well and what can be improved. Fourth, for coordination, it's very important that you communicate with participants to make sure they're aware or they remember about they haven't registered to your event, they have the link, and if any question arises, you can also coordinate with them using the platform. It's important that you coordinate with the speakers, but I'm not going to tell you any more about that because my colleague Megan is also going to share some tips. And I just want to finalize with one important thing that's regarding the ex-post proceeding. Please, 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 please keep an eye on how important it is for you to pack and to share with us your event proceeding so we can help you amplify your voice even after the Glocal Evaluation Week closes. I know many questions arise at this point, so I am going to pass the microphone to my colleague Luca and Megan, if we can just put the presentation down so Luca can help us, can walk us through the platform and the features that we will be using for this stage, which is promoting and contacting organizers. If you have any questions, sorry, Luca, if you have any burning questions, please write them on the Q&A session and we will be addressing them now and after. Luca, please.
Yeah, I was also going to mention that. Thank you, Claudia, because I saw some questions popping up on the chat, but it's better if we have them on the Q&A so that we can monitor and track them. So thank you, and hello everyone again. I'm very happy to be at this stage once again together for a new Glocal week. And from my side, as usual, I will walk you through some of the page that we have on our website, especially on the backend, to show you some features that needs to take features and links that we need to pay attention to. So let me quickly share my screen and see if I can do it in a smooth way. Hopefully, yes. So it will be the screen. Please, Claudia, let me know if I'm showing my screen. Okay, perfect.
Very well.
So by this point, I think everyone is quite familiarized with the dashboard. So we are inside the website where things happen in terms of technical part. We already know that the dashboard is divided in 3 levels. So in your case, as organizers, you won't be able to see the first half of the page, especially where it says admin and focal points. That's for us to monitor globally the week while it happens. And for you, we have a specific row, which is labeled as organizers in orange. From here, you can manage your own events. I'm not going to click on this link because I don't have, I didn't submit any event myself, but in your case, you will have your list of events, the one that you submitted at least. And then from there, you can click on each one of them and open a specific page for each event to be edited, which is something that we are going to do in the following step. Then we have participant, statistics, and tools. So I'm not going to talk about so much about participant and stats, because that is something that you will be able to interact with once the week is ongoing. The participant list is also available from the main page of the event, as I will show you in just a second. But let me start with the tools page, which is probably the most important one in terms of how to promote the event on social media or other channels. So by clicking here, let me open in a new tab. You have just a refresh, a video tutorial to refresh a little bit how the platform works, and also, something that's very similar to what we are doing right now. But if you want to refresh, you always have this tutorial, even if it shows the platform as it looked last year, but it's the same. In terms of functionalities, we have the same. So the second half, you as organizers can download the logo pack. I'm showing the page in English, but of course, by interacting with this drop down, you can choose your preferred language. If we open, let's open this in a new tab, so that you can see there are the logo in 4 languages for just analogic images, not vector. And then there is one vector file for the ones that are professional designers or know how to use it or have Illustrator or other software to use it. They can use this file, SVG file, which is the one that allows you to stretch images without losing any resolution. So it's preferred by me. But in any case, you can download this zip and then you will have access to all the files. Let me close zip down. Then here we continue with other templates. These templates are available, the majority of them are available on Canva, and they can be used with a free account. So let's click on this, for example. And you see that this is a Canva template. To use this template, you will be prompted to create an account or to sign in with your free account. So you don't need to pay. It's a 3 seconds process if you use, for example, a Gmail account or anything, or other social media automatic account. And it's very handy to use. It's simple. We encourage you to use, of course, branded materials with the Glocal brand identity to keep coherence throughout the weeks and the weekend, the activities that will happen. In terms of other resources, you will see here the Zoom background, which is the same one that we are using. We have 2 examples. So Claudia is using a light one. I'm using a darker one. I don't think there is. No, there is another one actually. For those of you who wants to add different logos, there is one option with a white bar that allows you to add those logos. Your own organizational logo, partners logos, and so on, without having to use a different template and branding. So we keep it coherent. Then we have banners, and also this is an event poster It's a simple layout that you can use to highlight the guest speakers and moderators and so on for specific events. This is not the full view. It's actually a A4, a full page. So we are missing this preview. We are missing the header and the footer. But anyway, it works as the other templates. And let me see if we can go back there. I'm trying to move this. Okay. And then we have, I will pass the floor in just a few minutes to Rossetti. She will talk about social media tips for promoting your local events. We also have that, and we have two other documents, our resources. One that mentioned EvalTorch. We will also talk about that, and another one, how to interact with BetterEvaluation. So, getting quickly back to the dashboard, let me open an event so that we can see what we can do as organizer from the event page. Let's filter. You won't have to do this because on your site it's not necessary, but as an admin, I can filter. And let's also filter the region. And then I think it's done. Okay. Let's see an approved event in English. So I think you're pretty familiar with this page. This is the page that how it looks also on the front end, so on the public side of the website, except from these box actions, and then comments and participants. So talking about participants, here, if you have any participant registered to your event, you will be able to download the list of participants and also to email them. Let me have a look if I can find a different event with participants. And Claudia, let me know if I'm dragging this too much.
No, Luca, it's perfect.
Okay.
Just want to make sure everyone knows what they can do and what they will need to do in the platform.
Yeah. So this one, so that we can also talk about IPNet. Okay, so if we scroll down the page, we see that we already have some participants registered to the event. And you can see that you can either email all participants from here by clicking this, which will open a simple form where you can write your message. Or you can also export participant. By clicking here, you will export an Excel file with the list of participants. And then from this page, something that is still very important is the managed proceeding part. So by the end of the week or the end of the event, in this case, you will be able to submit and manage your proceedings from this link. And yet again, I'm trying to move this bar. Okay, here we are.
Luca?
Yes.
Sorry. Right before you step there, we have a few questions in the chat and in the Q&A about the templates. If everyone needs or must use the template, so they can adapt it or use their own templates. If you can clarify, please, especially for the presentations, I believe.
Yeah, I don't like to use the word must, but it's highly recommended, if you know what I mean. So we cannot force you to use it, but since we are organizing something together, I think it's good if we keep coherence and we keep the brand identity, consistent throughout the week and in all the events. Having said that, you can use different templates, but you will know that you're not as part of the community as you could be if you would use the general brand. So this is the polite way to say that.
Thank you, Luca. And we have worked hard in installing this new branding that's looking very beautiful. So yeah, we invite you to use it. You can add your own logo because we know your organization needs visibility, but please use our new beautiful Glocal branding.
Yeah,
please.
as you said, you can adapt the templates. And I think we also created some space for where you can also add your logos and any other additional information if you wish to. And then you can also combine different templates. If you see that there is no space for that things that you really wanted to add, maybe you can take it from the quotes or the banners, or you can be creative but use the brand.
Yes.
Okay.
So be creative.
Okay. Any other question, Claudia, before we move on?
No. I think let's just go quickly over the proceedings and then we go to Rossetti and the communication recommendations, please.
Okay. So just to show you once again the steps, we opened the dashboard and we opened the list of events. So we selected the events by clicking on the title, and that opens this page, which is the event page. Where you can manage participant, but you can also manage proceedings. By clicking here, you will be taken to here, to this page, create event proceedings. And once you created this page, if you click again on the link, you will probably land on a similar page where we say manage event proceedings, but it's the same thing. So I'm not gonna show you in details, but you can see that there are some fields that are pre-filled in, and others that need your attention. So conclusion, follow-up actions, the number of participants, and then some other that are not compulsory, but as you know, the much information that you provide, you share with us, the more we can also promote, report on how the week went, and we can improve for next years. You can share photos and videos. For the videos, there is a new URL that you can use from Google, from YouTube, for example, or other platform. If you have additional videos, you can also add them as separate or additional resources using these fields. Okay, and then back again to the event page. You see that I'm able to see the link of the event. This is the link. This is the link to register to, let's say, if this event is going to be implemented on Zoom. This is going to be the Zoom link, and I'm only able to see this because once I registered as a participant to the Glocal website, and then I went through the list, I selected this event, and I clicked on the register button that you can see on other events. Let me see, for example, here. Review. Approved. Yeah. You see? Okay. If I click on register, yeah, it should change. It will change, but I will add facts. In this case, it doesn't change because probably we still don't have the link or the Zoom link. But once we have the Zoom link, the Zoom or Teams or other platform that you might use, that link will be available here. But for promoting the event, please use this link that is available on your browser bar. This URL is the one that you should use on social media and other channels to promote the event. In this way, we can have participants from different channels, and they will have access to the information about the event and have access to the possibility to register to the event. And then after that, they will have access to the Zoom link. Don't use directly the Zoom, the Teams, or the Google Hangout link, but please use the URL of your event page. And I think, Claudia, it's pretty much this that I wanted to share, and then we can see on the Q&A.
Thank you very much, Luca. There's lots of interest on this component, so there'll be lots of questions to answer. Yeah. But just to highlight a few things, as Luca was saying, we encourage you to share and promote your event through your social media, email, or the way you prefer, using the link from the platform. This will take people to your event page. They will only see your event image, your event information, and there they will be able to access your Zoom link and others. We do this because we really need the data about how many people, what people attended each event. So it's very important for us that you use this link for dissemination. My colleague Rossetti is going to tell you more about our communication tips and tools. But right before I pass the microphone to you, Rossetti, I wanted to highlight two things that Luca just mentioned briefly. We want to make sure that local organizers and participants are connected to the wider network and the M&E community. Therefore, we make alliances with partners and with implementing partners and other partners that have initiatives that are well aligned. One of them, it's a knowledge platform, and GEI, that's a better evaluation platform. You are going to find in the tools section an infographic that guides you through how you can use the BetterEvaluation webpage to input your event design and also to share the learnings from your event after Glocal Week ends. So please explore that, think about using those opportunities, and maybe that will help you share your learnings farther than you were doing with the Glocal event. The second opportunity that's very important is the initiative of the EvalTorch. Our colleagues and friends from the Eval for Action campaign are promoting the EvalTorch, and we want to make sure you have this information and you value whether the use of the EvalTorch can be important for your own event. So please take a look at the tip sheet that our colleagues from Eval for Action developed about the EvalTorch. It's available in the tools section of your platform with everything that we've been discussing about. And see if you want to use it, please add it to your promotion, to your event, and you will be part also to the Glocal movement and to the EvalTorch movement at the same time. So we encourage you to take a look and value and see all the resources available in the platform. If you have any questions regarding this, please write it down, and we will be happy to provide more information. With this, I am passing the microphone to my colleague Rossetti Rivera. Rossetti is going to share with you some tips and good practices that we have learned that work to promote Glocal Evaluation Week events in social media and in other platforms with your intended audiences. So please, Rossetti, the microphone is yours.
Hello, can you hear me? It's good,
very well.
Claudia. Okay. So hello everyone, and welcome to the Glocal team. You are now part of the team, whether you like it or not. And we're gonna have so much fun. Okay. And we're gonna work together to promote your Glocal events on social media. So before I start, I'd like to share a link with you. Please go to the chat box. I will post a link, and it would be nice if you could click on it, and then it will take you to the guidelines for posting Glocal events on social media. So you can follow along as I go through each tip. I hope you can access it. You will find these guidelines also in the tools section of Oh, hi. Okay. So
We can
just check it out. Okay, good. So first of all, why promote on social media? Well, that's a really great way to reach a larger audience quickly, effectively, and for free, right? So that's one. And now we go through each tip. Tip number one. You can't see the link in the chat. Okay, let me see.
I will put it again, Roxanne.
Okay. Because I can also just share my screen. But anyway, it's a way for you also to download that document. Anyway, the number one tip is to find your target audience. This is a basic rule for promoting on social media, right? So who are you trying to reach? Who do you want to attend your event? And where are they? Are they on Facebook? Are they on LinkedIn, Twitter? And post there, right? And maybe they're not on social media. Maybe you can reach them by email. So find a way to reach them the most effectively, right? Now, that's number two. Our tip number two is keep it clear and lively, right? Everything happens so fast on social media. It's like we're just doing this. We're not there to stay with one content. We're there for variety. So you have only just a few seconds to grab people's attention. So keep the writing clear, straight to the point, as engaging as possible. You know, we have a certain tone for Glocal. It's very youthful, very fresh, and that's something that you can incorporate in your posts. A little personality can go a long way. And if you need a little inspiration or just some guide, you will see a link in the tool resources. You have sample social media messages that you can use for your posts. Now you're free to customize them, add your own emojis, add your own hashtags depending on your event, or this is just a guide. And for those, my colleagues have already mentioned EvalTorch, right? If you would like to participate, and we highly encourage you to participate, you will see in the sample social media posts that there's a post for those who want to mention EvalTorch in their promotions. Okay, so you can just follow those social media posts, and there are more sample social media messages from the tip sheet. Okay, now let's move on to tip number three, which is add a visual. So here's a cool fact, right? People remember 80% of what they see compared to just 20% of what they read. So that getting a poster in there or visual is very important. And that the guidelines also include a link to the poster and the quote cards that you can use. They were already shared by Luca earlier, but there, just don't forget to add a visual. And number four, so when you promote on social media, then you mention your speakers, right? Because you want your readers to know who's going to be speaking. And it's nice if you can tag them on LinkedIn, tag them on Twitter if they're there, because if you tag them, that's one way for your audiences to also get to know them, right? They can click on their profile and discover, like, who's this person? Am I interested to listen to this person? So there. And also when you tag them, it's a way also to invite your speakers and your partner organizations to help you promote your event, right? So if you tag them, then that's like short of saying, can you repost or share or, share with your networks. So next tip number 5 is to use hashtags. So, this is very important, right? And for Glocal, we have 2 hashtags that we use officially. That's hashtag Glocal and hashtag Glocal 2025. And then you have the thematic hashtags that you can use depending on the topic of your event. So for example, you have hashtag evaluation, hashtag human rights, hashtag gender equality. It depends on you. So that's a very important way for people to find your event more easily, because basically a hashtag groups similar content together. So when people type there, then your event will appear. Okay? And number 6 now is always end with a clear call to action. Let people know what you want from them. What do you want them to do? Like in communications work, this is true. we are a very needy kind of field. We're always asking for things like, please reshare, please post, please send us a visual. It's a very needy work. And the best thing we can do is to make it easy for people to take action. And one way is add a clear call to action. Is it to register here, sign up here, join us? So it's very clear. And then, of course, tip number 7 is you share a link to your event. And I will echo the request from Claudia and Luca. Please link to your event page on the Glocal platform. Why is that? Because it helps us track participation, right? It helps us get the data we need to evaluate Glocal afterwards and then find ways to improve it next year. We all work in monitoring and evaluation. Guys, you understand how hard it can be when you don't have the data to evaluate an activity. It's such a headache. So please, this is something you already understand. I don't even need to explain it, but please help us be able to collect that data we need so that we can find ways to improve Glocal. Okay, where are we? Yes, tip number 8 is, keep the character limits in mind. So just remember that platforms like Twitter and Blue Sky, they have character limits. So you can only post like up to 280 characters or 300 for Blue Sky. But there's a secret to that. You can use link shorteners for one. And we've included in the guidelines some link shorteners that you can use that for free. That's one. And you can also resort to using emojis or symbols instead of spelling out the words, right? And yeah, okay. So tip number 9. Number 9 is, this is very important. Again, already raised by Claudia, continue posting even after your event. And our colleague Megan will talk more about this, how we can work together to collect all the knowledge shared during the event. But one way is like, keep the conversation going, right? Some of the valuable sharing of knowledge happens right after the event, when you've already processed the topic and things have been said that cannot be taken back, and you have unforgettable quotes that you can share. So keep it going. And number 10, last, please tag the Global Evaluation Initiative. You have the link to our profile on X, LinkedIn, and Blue Sky. Please tag us. That way we can follow your posts and we will reshare them automatically. It's our way. Give us a way to support you. Let us know when you post. Finally, so we have a link. We've created a LinkedIn group for Glocal event organizers. This is very exclusively for Glocal organizers. And this is where we will continue to share resources with you. For example, the webinar, this info session recording, we will post it there because you have been asking, a lot of you have been asking if you will share, it will be there. And also the other resources, just so you remember that you have all these resources you can use. So the link to the group is also in the guidelines. So just please follow it. Please join us. So that's it. So happy posting, and remember that we're just here to support you every step of the way. Happy Glocal.
Thank you very much, Rossetti, for this energizing and very, very insightful share of your learnings. Rossetti is a very talented communicator, so we're very honored to have her share tips for good communication in this space. Please join the LinkedIn group. There we will have a space to share these resources. First thing, keep in mind that this resource, as well as the others we have shared, are all available on your dashboard on the Glocal platform. So go there, you will find everything that we are discussing about. Second, if any best practices, things that work, you want to share with other organizers, the LinkedIn group is a very good space to do that. We also wanted to share with you 2 more things before I pass the microphone to my colleague Megan. Megan is a it's a very well experienced organizer and coordinator of local and global dissemination events. So she will share some tips for us to ensure that things work well. So you just keep them in mind. Some of you are very experienced on this, and some others are just starting, and these tips could be interesting. Please just consider two things. First, I am sorry, I just lost the idea. Okay. We will provide certificates for those organizers that have hosted local events and timely uploaded your proceedings. You will receive that and it will certify that you have been a local organizer. Many of you request this, so please consider that for this year, this will be part of our work. So we're committed to that. But you need to upload your proceeding on time. And for this, please remember that you need to upload the video in a public platform, which is our most important input. And this video needs to be open for everyone to access. So with this, I am passing the microphone to Megan. Megan, if you can please let our colleagues know what is important for them to consider and keep in mind while they coordinate their event on this stage with speakers, with participants. That would be super helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, Claudia. Hello, everyone. Nice to see so many people on this call. A few tips for webinar planning in terms of coordination with panelists. First is to coordinate with panelists in advance. We suggest organizing a meeting with your panelists a week or two in advance to run through the presentations and the discussion questions you're going to be answering during your session. If you can't meet in person, then we would suggest just sending through a detailed run of show with the sequencing of the event and the timing. I think giving as much information to your panelists as possible is the best way to go about this. Second, remember to send the panelists in advance a Zoom link. This might be a specific panelist Zoom link, as well as any templates, the PowerPoint templates, Glocal backgrounds, etc. You also might want to ask your panelists to send their presentations or presentation points 2 to 3 days in advance to you or to the moderator, just so you know how to better frame your discussion and the discussion session if you have one. Another thing, ask panelists to send a short bio to you in advance if you don't have it, just so you can introduce them in the beginning of the event. Lastly is testing. We suggest a tech testing before the start of the event, generally 30 minutes before. This is quite an important step just to test the panelists' audio and video and make sure everyone's comfortable with sharing their PowerPoint slides. They know what's happening. As you know, sometimes there's connectivity issues, so you might have to adapt last minute. I think this is all. If you have any questions on logistics or organization, please pop any questions in the chat and I'll try to answer that. And Claudia, back to you.
Thank you very much, Megan. So we're very happy to host this space to share with you what we have learned in the past 7 editions of Glocal, what good events did at the time, to be able to reach wider audiences, to communicate better, to have a smooth coordination with speakers and with participants. We hope this is useful for you. Please remember, we are here to support you, but please remember the promotion, as I told you in the beginning, the promotion, the coordination, the communication, the delivery, and the report of your event is on your own responsibility. But we are here to help you with anything that's needed, and this is for we provide all these materials that we have been sharing with you. We know there are many questions. We try to answer many of them. I are still answering some, but I wanted to address one thing that comes very often, and there's some confusion regarding that's about the registration process. So let me just please go a little bit deeper on this. We have the Glocal platform in which each one of your events has a page. In this page, every participant, will be able to register for the event in the platform. And at the moment they click on that registration button, they will have access to your link in Zoom. It will not be open for everyone. This is for two reasons. First is a security reason, and the second one is because we need, as Rossetti said, we need to have the data of who's coming to your events. We know many times it's easier to just share your Zoom link when you have your own registration. We encourage you to please use our link, but also have your own registration in Zoom so you can easily communicate. That's not a problem at all. We think it's actually a good practice that in your Zoom you add a little small registration with the gender of the participants, the organization, and what's needed for you to do a better reporting. That's absolutely fine with us. We just add this small step before that's disseminate using our link so people would come through the platform to access your event information. The platform takes care of the data privacy of your participants. The registered participant list is only available for you as an organizer and for us as administrators of the platform. It will not be able to be available for anyone else. So the privacy of your audience is very well taken care of. Please do not worry about that. And one last thing, I'm sorry that I insist on this. We have many more questions. Some of them might not have been answered, so we will be answering them through the LinkedIn group. We will be adding tips and messages there to keep it alive, so please interact with us. Please participate on that space. Please add any further questions in that space too. And please let me again insist on the importance of the proceedings. We will be following up with you. We'll send you a reminder email, instructions, and everything is needed. But while you plan your event and while you deliver it, keep in mind that we would love to have, for example, insights from the participants, these unforgettable quotes that Rossetti was telling about. That will help us, and that will help also you, because we can share what happened in your event and help you spotlight and amplify your voice with dissemination. I hope we all have, and I am sure we will all have, a very successful and happy Glocal, as Rossetti was just saying. Please be aware that if your specific questions was not answered in this space due to time restrictions, we will be covering it in a follow-up email with the recording and also in the LinkedIn group. So thank you very much to all of you for your time. Thank you very much for being here, and overall, thank you very much for being part of the Glocal Evaluation Week. A big applause, and we will keep contact through email and the LinkedIn group. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.